Today, I have for you a simple plan that is going to help you look and feel like a pro at the gym, even if it's your first time. Having a plan is key for feeling comfortable, being motivated to get to the gym, and most importantly, getting some results. So I'm gonna walk you through a full week in the gym, form and all. So whether this is your first week back or first week ever at the gym, this video is gonna help you feel confident navigating the gym, start getting some results, and get into a routine. Sound good? All right, there's 3 days of workouts in here. 1 total body, 1 upper body, and 1 lower body. Before we start, if anything doesn't feel quite right or hurts at all, immediately stop. You can come back here and ask me a question or ask what a swap can be, but don't keep doing something if it hurts or does not feel right. Got it? Okay, then let's get started. Here's day 1. When you get to the gym, it's important to get warmed up. So today we'll hop on the treadmill for about 5 minutes. Now's a good time to start getting in the zone. You can throw your headphones on, get your playlist ready. Now we're just gonna loosen up those arms, get those shoulders a little warmer. So we're gonna do some arm circles going forward, about 10, nice and slow. Go ahead and go backwards. I'll give you some more advanced warm-ups later, but let's just get the blood flowing and get those shoulder joints nice and loose. First up is the goblet squat. Goblet meaning we're holding the weight in front of us instead of by our side. If this is your first workout ever at the gym, let's go ahead and just go with body weight squats. But if you're up for some weight, go ahead and grab a dumbbell that you feel like you could probably get about 10 to 12 reps with. Feet about shoulder width apart. You're gonna bend a little at the hip and then bend those knees as you drop down. Drive through your heels and keep your core tight on the way back up. Seated row is up next. This is a new gym that I'm at, so I'm having a hard time finding the handle. They don't have a lot of options, so we're just gonna stick with the one that's on there. The handle at your gym might look like this, or it might look like this. Whatever you do, don't stress the handle. Any of these options will work. You're gonna bend at the hip as you grab the handles, lean back as you engage your core. Pretend that you've got a pencil sitting right here in between your shoulder blades. As you pull the handle towards your chest, I want you to imagine that you're squeezing that pencil that's in between your shoulder blades. You're also going to inhale as you pull the handle towards your chest and exhale as you slowly return it. Next up is the dumbbell chest press. I always recommend wiping down the bench before doing this one. Okay, let's get into position. Make sure your feet are grounded, your shoulder blades are squeezed like you're pinching the bench, and we're gonna stack those wrists over the elbows. And you're gonna slowly bring the dumbbells down by your chest, not in front of your face. You can stop when your elbows are just below your shoulders. You're gonna inhale as you come down and exhale as you press up. Seated leg curl, we're gonna get the hamstrings, the back of your thighs. First, we gotta get the machine all set up. So you want your knees to line up with the pivot point and make sure there's no big gap between the backrest and your lower back. From here, we're gonna bend those knees and bring your heels towards the back. You can give a little bit of power there, and then on the way back up, slow and controlled. Really feel that squeeze on your hamstrings every rep. Last up for today, a classic high plank. Here, you're gonna stack your shoulders over your wrists in a straight line, and you're gonna press through your palms like you're pushing the floor away. Imagine a straight line from your head to your heels. And the last trick, squeeze your glutes like somebody's about to punch you in them. And if you find that your hips are hiking up or sagging down and you can't control it, go ahead and do this move with your knees down. Let me know how it goes and come back for day 2. All right, day 2, here we go. My favorite upper body day. Let's start off with a little quick warm up on the treadmill. Starting off warming up the shoulders with arm circles forward. Do about 10, then flip it, go backwards about 10. Shoulder shrugs, bringing those shoulders up to your ears and slowly backwards and down. Getting those shoulders nice and loose. Quick tricep stretch, you can do both sides, and then shoulder stretch. First up, shoulder press. You can use your knees to hike those weights up. You're gonna bring your elbows down, kind of like a goalpost, like a touchdown, and straight up to the sky. Make sure the dumbbells don't clink at the top. The good old lat pull down, getting set up with the bar, pinkies right at the curves. Make sure your knees are snug under the supports, and we're gonna drive those elbows down towards your back pockets. Lower the bar like you're stretching a rubber band and return with control. Try not to shrug and keep your chest out and your core tight. Dumbbell bent row here. We're gonna hinge at the hips. Pretend like you're closing a car door with your butt. Keep that back flat like you're balancing a cup of coffee on it. We're gonna let the dumbbells hang straight down under the shoulders and then squeeze up elbows towards the back pockets again. You want to think about leading with your elbows, not your hands. Everybody's favorite bicep curls here. We're going to be alternating. So you're going to bring up the dumbbell with control and give it a little squeeze at the top. As you come back down, return the palms to neutral, facing your sides. Tricep press, I actually want you to ditch the rope and go find a bar, either a straight bar or one that's got a little curve in it. I want you to roll your shoulders back and don't let them shrug up towards your ears. Keep your elbows pinned by your side. That's the only joint that's moving for this one. Slowly let the bar up towards your chest and press down, squeezing all the way. Stop when your forearms are about parallel to the floor. We're back for the last day. Let's get warmed up. 5 minutes on the treadmill. Okay, leg day warm-ups look kind of goofy, but these leg swings are life-changing for the hips. So I like to go side to side. My left side is always really bad compared to the right. And then forward and backward. If you're too embarrassed to do this on your first day at the gym, that's fine. Everybody knows this quad stretch here, just pulling the ankle up towards your butt. I'm just showing off that I don't need to hold on for balance. I also like to get the hamstrings, so I do this star-looking stretch where I just kind of bend at the hip and reach down, opposite hand, opposite foot. Okay, this one took me a few takes because my head kept being out of frame, but we're gonna start with dumbbell bench squats. So just like regular squats, but we're gonna stop at the bench, tap it, drive through the heels, squeeze your glutes, and come up top. You also wanna engage your core throughout this exercise. Dumbbell deadlifts, same as when we did the bent over row. You're gonna hinge at the hip. Think of it like you're closing a door with your butt. But you want to keep your spine straight and your chest up, chin tucked. You should feel this stretch in your hamstrings, the back of your legs, and end this movement about mid-shin. You can swap this for a seated or lying down leg curl if you're not quite comfortable with this move. Next up, seated leg press. Most gyms have a version of this. Once I slid in here, I needed to adjust some things. So don't be shy to move the handles around. I can do a more in-depth video later, but you want to get those feet about shoulder width apart, and the platform should be close enough that it's challenging to press away from you. Then you're just going to slowly bring your knees towards your chest and drive through those heels. Exhale as you press the weight away from you. Be sure that you're not arching your back as you do this. Leg extensions. All of the gyms have one of these. 3 points you'll need to adjust: the back rest, the shin rest, and the pivot point. Make sure there's no gap between your lower back and the pad. This shin rest should be above your ankle and your knee should be at the pivot point. So you're going to extend the legs out, squeezing a little at the top. You should feel your quads, the top of your legs, and slowly lower the weight like you're being really gentle. Don't even let the weight stack touch before you bring it back up again. For this one, you want to exhale as you press the weight up. And last, I want you to go on the cardio of your choice for 10 to 12 minutes. Here, I'm choosing to do treadmill hills, where I'm going to go up at an incline for a couple minutes at a time and then back down to catch my breath. You can do stair climber, you can do flat treadmill, elliptical, whatever will make you happy to cap off this very successful first workout week. All right, if you're back here in this point in the video, you made it through all 3 days. Nice work. How did it go? Be sure to let me know. I'd love to hear. And if any questions came up during it, don't be shy. Feel free to drop your questions in the comments. Thanks so much for joining. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one.